Leo, welcome to your reading. Leo and pigeon people. You might see a few sweeping by. I've laid your cards already, and what I can tell you and see if you want to stick around is this is about using some incredibly strong intellect, logic, clear thoughts in order to bring about some really beautiful changes. So, really beautiful. And look, this is your card from the Native Spirit cards, Circle of Life. I love that. It's beautiful. Okay, let's bear that in mind. I'll put that to one side. I'm going to dive straight in. So, we have you as the Queen of Swords in your interior life. It shows that recently there's been a moment where, well, maybe this is always you, to be honest, Leo. You're very clear thinking, very good at telling yourself the truth, telling others the truth, not getting caught in illusions. You're not scared to face the truth about situations, and even if that's uncomfortable. She looks a bit red-faced today, and the cherub in her chair is hanging out, is standing out to me. Now, how this clarity and this tough talking, she's a bit of a bitch of the pack, but I feel that's so derogatory. She's basically clever and clear and super intellectual and everything that you would aspire to. How that energy is manifesting on the outside is we've got the Fool, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So the 9 and 10 of Cups, a new start, the wish fulfillment, taking you somewhere very, very, very happy, because we've got it's interesting, with all your swords in the boat, with all your knowledge that you've learned from a difficult situation. So this ability to be really clear-eyed about conflict is actually taking you to a new start that will be incredibly happy for you. And so in terms of your attitude, how it's making you act, I think there's an optimism around this. I think you understand how powerful your ability to have analysed a situation is, and it's making you feel optimistic and like starting again. In the basis of the situation, we have a new start with the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, meaning that you're prepared to put the hard work in, and the King of Wands, saying that this is a very solid idea that you can take in and make something quite amazing from. It shows at the basis of the reading a mixture between, a new start that's based on a mixture between passion and hard work. And let's see if everything's popping out, and that's going to be a very good success formula, if you ask me. Yeah, they're both in their red coats, aren't they? In their red clothes, and it's as if they're two halves to the one kind of person in a way. It's like, yes, I'm all fire, says the King of Wands, but I put work into that. I don't just let it fizzle out. I sort of feed the fire. I was trying to learn how to make a fire at my boyfriend's in Italy recently, and I wasn't very good at it, but I learned eventually. It's not just about the initial spark. You have to feed it work. And then in the recent past, we have the King of Swords supporting your interior Queen of Swords. So I think tough, clear decisions, a CEO's attitude. I think you've had to come very clear-eyed to some situation. However, those little fairies are still slightly in his ear. Do you see that by his red cowl? He looks a bit sort of beleaguered, but that's okay. This here is looking like a tree stump to me, the cloud, the very stylized cloud behind with the tree. Looks like a tree stump, and actually that's sort of reminding me of the circle of life as well. It's sort of saying wisdom in the tree stump and all the years. It's saying things go round in a circle, nothing is linear. There might have been a moment where you had to be returned to some beginning or end something off, and you had to use a lot of strong, clear thought about it. Now, where you might go with this is the Magician, which we love. So it might be that this new full start with this clear-eyed intention is going to bring you into an enormous period of manifesting and being able to use your will, because you have so many different elements at your disposal. The cups of what you love in the 9 and 10 of cups, the pentacles in your hard work at the basis of the reading, the King of Wands as wand, and then this incredible sword energy of the King and Queen of Swords. I think it's bearing really good fruit. It means you're in an amazing position to make something happen, and make something happen you will in this potential outcome. In your near future, we see lots of excited ideas, passion being woken up again after having been in a mental area. It's almost like you drop down into your body is what I'm feeling. I sort of had a little twinge of it myself just the other day, maybe because spring is starting to spring, even though we're only in March here. That feeling of when you, because spring always puts me in my body, when you go from up here and all that you've been sorting and considering, and suddenly the brain is slightly switched off and you're going into sort of action doing mode. It's an incredibly nice feeling, and I think that's where you're going next, which is wonderful. Now, in your attitude, you are so proud of yourself having beaten this 8 of Swords. You're appreciating yourself, and perhaps other people are too, that you are not stuck in a victim mode anymore, that you've got those swords in the boat of the 6 of Swords that we saw in the way that you're acting, that you've used your intellect cleverly and incisively, and taken off all of the kind of things that make you frightened to look at truths or over exaggerate worries. They've all gone, and so you're feeling very, very proud of yourself, and perhaps other people are also recognizing this in you. You're sort of wanting to strut your stuff a little bit because it feels like such a significant victory to you. In your environment, again, this mixture of the swords and cups here now. So the swords bringing this relief of clarity. Here we have the sword that we'd use to unbind often that 8 of Swords as well, that is in your attitude. You're using that, it's like you've said, right, I've taken off all my misaligned thoughts that make me feel a victim. Now I'm going to use this sword for something else. Now I'm going to get clear. And so I think in your environment you are clear. I think you know what you want at home. I think you know what you want in your work life. There's a sort of clarity that's cutting through illusions or not knowing whether to pick this or that. It's very relieving. It's lovely. It's like just having one very clear road, or one very clear set of principles by which to find the road. And in your hopes and fears, the Sun and the 6 of Cups, you want to manifest from a place of innocence and joy and nostalgia and things that you've always loved. These young energies coming together to sort of burst out, reborn, and you want to use that magician to manifest something very, very hopeful and very pure, and to do with what you've always loved. And in the outcome, here we are. You find the perfect partnership. Now, it could be you're using your clear sight to manifest love, in which case this is a very, very good omen. You find your counterpart. But it could also mean that you find the thing that works best for you in work or love. You're making lifelong friends with something. Now, it could just be with this thought process, but I think the thought process is actually taking, this very clear thought process is actually taking you somewhere really good. So let's cap this with a card from the Enchanted Forest. No, that's 5. We can't have that. Let's see if there's any part of the reading that it wants to point out or anything we've missed. Is there anything that you'd like to add? That one jumped. The 8 of Boons. This is lovely. It's a woman weaving, and she weaves something really beautiful, and it puts me in mind of a reading I did yesterday that I'm about to upload that I absolutely loved about storytelling. You might want to go and look at it. It really excited me, and if you're watching this, you probably like a bit of storytelling, and you probably are a storyteller yourself. It might have been a collective reading, to be honest. It was so great. Not my reading, the message that was coming through. I really enjoyed it. So mastering a craft, meticulous work, increasing excellence, passionate pursuits are their own reward. The task, and it says this little bird here is happy to have gold threads for its nest. So it's like you're weaving something golden for your own nest. The task of magically spinning nettles into gold was daunting at first, all stings and tangles. So that's like when you're trying to deal with difficult concepts and you don't really want to look at them. But working against all sense to make something precious out of something so ordinary. Patiently moving at the speed of light of learning. So that's your 7 of Pentacles. I don't want to pull this down. Oh, hi, Pidge. He turned up. So, patiently moving at the speed of learning, she threaded her spindles, running the fibres through her sensitive fingers as she spun. In time, she could see the progress of her skill, a snarled and fuzzy spindle where a gleam of gold was faintly seen. She's intent upon her task, and her confidence grows with each filled spindle. It takes time to become an adept, and magical skills are no easier to master than mundane ones. Practice leads to improvement, but dedication leads to excellence. Whatever your work is in the world, do it to the very best of your ability, and then some. Push past the comfort zone, but don't lose sight of the moment in striving towards an outcome. The learning process itself brings its own delights. So this card is wanting to remind you that you are spinning gold out of probably some difficult circumstances or some sort of harsh truths that you've looked at, and it's just wanting to bring us to that, reminding to us about how this new start is made into something great by the 7 of Pentacles. So, but it's a lovely image. I'll give you one more last look at it. So it's just counselling that you need to keep working hard, but I think there is that sort of feeling in you, because I think you're so enjoying where you've come, that I can't imagine you wouldn't try hard. You know, there's so much pleasure in some activity that will probably end up being a big part of your life, but at the moment it's also just a beautiful thing to do. These are the Shining Tribe cards, and we've got the 2 of Trees, which I love. It's showing a path to the rolling hills of the goddess. And what does that goddess word say? Blessed is the mother who has given us shape. That's across the top of the hills. And here we also have the Tower. That's interesting. Let's see what her take of the Tower is. Right. Books. Just had this one. The other one's there. Okay. So let's look at the Tower first, because that's an interesting one that we have got turning up here. It's talking about how you build things, on what foundations. So it wants to talk to you about that. Let's have a look. It looks like Cirque du Soleil to me. I don't know why. It's like sort of somebody doing one of those kind of bungee acts or high wire acts. I don't know why. Upheaval, breakthroughs, revelation, dramatic, possibly violent change, overwhelming or ecstatic experience, important discoveries. I love it. Outside the Tower, that is the ordinary world of human experience, God does not speak to us directly, but through stories and images. So we see picture writing on the side of the hill. So that's interesting, because it comes with another card that has picture writing on the side of the hill. So I think this might be important. On the left, the writing forms actual sentences. I see. So this is this writing and that writing. On the left, the writing forms actual sentences. The sentences are vertical, physical. The left column reads, "Blessed is the mother who has given us shape." That's so strange. So both of these cards refer to that. Blessed is the mother who has given us shape is on the cards, on the 2 of Trees. But we're reading this here. This writing here means the same thing. She doesn't do this in every card. So what's that? Think about that. Blessed is the mother who has given us shape. Are you doing something to do with ley lines, the earth, conservation? Are you doing something to do with mothering? How interesting. The middle reads, "Blessed is the breath of her sky." our own breath. So sorry, it says, the left column reads, blessed is the mother who has given us shape. So we're talking about physical existence, like that page of, the Ace of Pentacles in the basis of your reading. We're talking about what you bring into physicality. So that means physical existence. The middle reads, blessed is the breath of her sky, our own breaths that keep us alive. And the right means, blessed is the beat of the earth, the pulse of nature. God, how wonderful. The glyph on the right of the triangle forms a progression of ideas. A tree of life indicates the cosmos in all its wondrous harmony. The eye symbolizes revelation, while the hand symbolizes action. Did I show you that? This is so lovely. So here it says all these positive meanings. So it's talking about the whole card she sees as very positive, and this counters the usual view of the tower as destruction and the end of a bad situation. People associate that with the Tower of Babel, that bad tower. The people attempted to build a tower to heaven. God only struck them down, but not only struck them down, but confounded their languages so they can no longer work together. But here this is saying, actually, these are ladders to the stars. So no fear in something being born on the wrong foundations. We're saying, it's like when I said that feeling with the page, this is it, of getting into your body where you have the ideas and then it becomes incarnate. I feel like that's the same here when we're talking about these blessed quotes. It's talking about we're here. You've got all the ideas up there. You've got your spiritual instruction and connection, and now bring it into the physical. Make something happen with it. This is so exciting to be alive here. I love that. So shamans sometimes carry ladders, so talking about mounting heavens, but we're actually talking about bringing everything down. I'm not going to read too much of that, but then we go on to the Two of Trees with the same quote, which I just love. So blessed is the mother, Two of Trees, there we go. No, stones, rivers, trees. 4, 3, 2. So breakthroughs, new beginnings, opening to a higher level of awareness. I think that's what we're talking about for you. There's really a higher level of awareness here. This is very, very, very positive. Friendship union, lovers who may have broken up but will come back together again. So this is talking about this bit, this friendship, the union of these two. And it says again, along the mountain we find the same celebration of the creator goddess we saw in the symbols of the tower. So strange to pick 2 out of 78 like that. Here it is written across the peaks. Oh, showing you the wrong one. Across the top of the mountains. Blessed is the mother who has given us shape. The minor arcana moves from symbols to direct experience. Shape means physical existence, the wonder of the body. Get into your body. Maybe you're doing something with your body. Maybe there's you're getting fit. Maybe you're feeling healed. Maybe you're doing some sort of incredible trek or something with your body. I don't know. Tattooing. That would be a nice tattoo to have. Blessed is the mother who has given us shape. And it just talks about ideas that may have seemed at odds. So this kind of aggressive idea of the swords that we don't always like to listen to this truth is now coming together with another idea into this perfect union. And as the opposites join together, now this woman has new consciousness. So and then that path is opened up in front of her. So you've got new consciousness that's opening up in front of you, that's taking you to a physical, actual realization of something. I really like that. It's perfect for this time of year. If you're in the southern hemisphere, even that change can feel the same. You know, those changes do alight, bring us to different moments in our body. What have we got here? Yeah, the moment of change, of rebirth, leading you to know what you want to go after. Was there anything else? No. And let's see if there's any other comments from the small, tiny rider Waite. And the circle of life, let's not forget that we're going into the sort of physical side of things. What does that mean to you? I'm so interested in this. Yeah, indecision. Well, we're not indecision. What are we indecisive about? What are you talking about when we're anything but we're not indecisive? Please further comment on that card. Oh, we're going from indecision to union. We're making a union with this Four of Wands. That's a very happy one. It could be about love, this reading. It really could. But I also think it's about the union of your mind and body and moving into the body, and unions of different parts of yourself. Really, really excited for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you again.